want to improve your skills and everything.
This meeting is being recorded.
Or if you really want to kind of grow your speaking business and get to a more regional kind of a platform, or if your goal is to get national or even international, I kind of try to give you the tools, skills, and everything you need and knowledge to help you grow your business, whether it's getting more bookings or just improving your skills in the classroom, whether it's in person or virtually. So to kind of give you an idea, like Matthew mentioned that it's a 6-hour course. So it's built out in 6 different modules, each module being an hour. So in the first module, what we're going to cover is really what an education director or an event planner really wants. And by the way, just kind of give you an idea, this isn't just based on my own personal experience. As I mentioned, I do a lot of instructor development training. And what I've done several times is I've polled a lot of ed directors and clients I have in the industry, and I'll talk to them about, okay, tell me what it is you want. What is it you like and don't like about instructors? And that way you understand exactly what you need to do to meet their needs. Because one of the things we cover heavily in this module is the typical education director at an association or at a real estate company. A lot of times they're wearing 5 other hats and they're extremely busy and they don't have time to waste on you. They just want to know very quickly, okay, tell me what you can bring to the table for my members or for my company. So in this module, we really get into kind of the stuff you can do beforehand, everything you should have ready to present to the education director so you can make your little 30-second elevator pitch and provide them the deliverables they're looking for. We also talk about how to really establish, if you haven't done this before, your niche, your brand as a speaker, because there's so many speakers out there. You have to have some kind of differentiator that makes them know, oh, you're the one I need to bring in for finance or tax or code of ethics, whatever it might be that you specialize in. Also, and it's kind of a little funny segment of the module, but when I talked to over 150 different education directors. When I ask them what they don't like about instructors, it's not even a joke. Every single one of them, the word that came out of their mouths was diva. If you're in any way a pain in the butt to work with or too hard to do, they just flat out will not hire you or hire you again. So we really talk about how to make that education director or the event planner's life a lot easier in every way, whether it's before, during, or after an event. Okay, because even the day of the event and after, what you do in your follow-up really is important to help you secure that business and get future business. Okay, then in the second module, oh, and by the way, I don't think Matthew mentioned this, but once we get through all this, we'll of course open up to any kind of questions you guys have. Okay, in the second module, we're going to really get into really presenting in the classroom, whether it's in person or virtually, but especially how to present to people with different learning styles, different generational gaps, groups, personality types, skill levels, everything. Like I can tell you a lot of instructors struggle with this, but you've really got to understand how to build a course and how to deliver a course to make sure you're reaching people with different learning styles, skill levels, and everything we're going to get into. So it's really how do you handle these situations? If you've never heard of GATE principles, that's kind of like the overall kind of like mindset or rules of how to present to adult learners, which is very different than child learners. In the third module, we're going to get into the ins and out of instructional material. So in this module, we're going to talk about things like if you do teach other people's material, let's say you teach NAR material, stuff provided by the EAR, whatever it might be, what you are and are allowed to do and how to kind of make it your own and make it a great session. Sometimes you do have to spruce them up a little bit. Just got to work within the confines. We're also going to kind of give you the kind of lay of the land of designations and certifications, and also how to create your own certifications, because that's something I'm very big on from a marketing and a hiring standpoint. Creating your own certifications is a great thing to do. And if you don't want to go to the level of creating certifications, we're going to kind of give you the blueprint on how to get classes approved for CE. I can kind of I'm going to provide you, for example, templates on how to create a good timeline and objectives and everything that state regulators want. I've had classes approved now in 47 different states, and I have something like a 98% success rate getting classes approved. And that might not sound amazing, but I don't know if you guys ever tried to submit classes for social media or technology. A lot of regulators do not really even consider approving them for CEs because they think they're fluff. If you know how to prepare the materials the way they want them, it's actually very, very easy. So we're going to teach you how to really get, if you want to submit a class to get it approved, which makes you a whole lot more marketable and hireable, how to do that as well. Then in the fourth module, we're going to get into what really makes an impactful presentation. So there's going to be a whole lot of discussion what you guys think goes into a great presentation. And then we're going to give you a lot of tools and tricks you could use in the classroom to have an awesome event and deliver it differently and create a lot of interactivity with your students and participation and everything. So we're going to kind of give you a lot of stuff to take your in-classroom experience to the next level. Then in the fifth module, we're going to specifically focus on virtual. Okay, so, and it kind of stunk that my little program kind of started lagging on you guys, because usually I could have shown you all kinds of cool bells and whistles, and that's how I typically present virtually. But we're going to teach you about a lot of different settings and tools that are built right into programs like Zoom, where you can get another level of kind of experience, and then some third-party tools you can use to give it even an extra kick. I mean, Zoom doesn't cover everything, but the way I was doing custom layouts, and I could have had a little on-screen animations and all that kind of stuff, we're going to give you a lot of those different tools and tricks. Okay, so it's all about going to the next level as a virtual. So that kind of walks you guys through the 6 different modules, the 6 hours we're going to do. But again, it doesn't matter if you're a brand new instructor and you just want to learn the ropes of how the industry works and how to build out your business, or if you're looking to grow the business beyond what your current market is. The program is really structured to help you as a speaker get to that next level and give a better experience for your students as well, because that's what it's all about. Okay, so that's kind of a quick little overview. Does anyone have any questions, which you're more than willing to use the chat, or you guys, we're all on meeting style, so if you'd like to unmute yourself and ask a question or raise your hand, you're more than welcome to do so.
Your presentation's geared towards adult learning, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, now don't get me wrong, it could be applied to anything, but it definitely is kind of like the, what we typically experience in a real estate classroom, whether it's in a classroom or at an event, anything like that.
So Charles just posted in the chat timeline to start and cost. We have this tentatively scheduled for September. I want to, after this, I'll be sending an email out to all attendees to see if there's interest in actually taking the course. And then from there, we'll go ahead and schedule it. As far as the cost, there will be a cost. I don't have a number for you at the moment. The plan is to have this course in person. From my standpoint, I think the impact will be bigger for students if this class is in person.
Yep.
Anybody else have any questions?
You said the class, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You said the class will be in person?
Yes.
Yes. At the moment, it is planned to be in person. Yes.
And where?
That'll depend on the size of the class. I'll be sending an email out after this to see how many people are interested, and then I'll go from there as far as scheduling. When in September, I'm not sure.
Do you want me to say the day that you and I have at least discussed, or is that also kind of up in the air?
It's still up in the air.
Okay.
Kathy, I think you had a question.
Yeah, is DAR actually looking for instructors to teach classes? I'm not really sure that I heard that in the beginning. So are they looking for instructors to better prepare the students?
So there is a lack of instructors for CE. So we wanted to put this class together to cultivate new instructors, not just for DAR, but for all the local associations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they have some different options as far as instructors are concerned.
Okay, because I have been an instructor before, but I like the content of the class. It's always better to get fresher and newer on things. So so I was just curious about that, because I would like to be doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This class is directed towards new and existing instructors.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saw a question in the chat from Lisa. The intent is to have it all done in one day.
Yes.
It'll be a 6-hour training. The intent is to do it live, but you'd knock out all 6 modules, get this, it's approved for the 6 CE, all in the same day.
Yes. Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, I guess I do have a question. Craig, since all of our CE modules are already, the content is already designated what has to be taught, your classes will hopefully give options as to how to present the material in, let's say, some different ways. I am an instructor, and one of the complaints that I've already started to hear is same old, just different instructor. But until our commission changes the module content, as instructors, we've got to teach the content that is contained in each module.
Yeah, I'm not going to teach you to change what's provided to you at all. I mean, if you're teaching someone else's material, of course, you got to stay within the confines of it. Now, of course, a lot of instructors might add a little bit of their own spin or own content into provided content. But one of the other things, that a major thing we're going to focus on in here, though, is if you just want to continue teaching other people's material, of course, we'll help you improve there. But to me, as a speaker, if you really want to get, if your ambition is to get outside your local area and possibly make this into a true business, the real money in this business is creating your own content. So we are going to talk about that as well. If you do have ambitions of building your own courses, how to do it, how to get it approved, you know, all those different things. If you want to get involved with NAR, teaching reback courses or stuff like that, how to do that as well.
Okay, good.
Any other questions?
All right, Brenda just asked in the chat, how soon will the decision be made to have the class in September, when we be given a chance to opt in for the course?
So as I said, after this information session, I'm going to send an email to all the attendees to see if there is a yes or no interest in this, and then from there I'll go on to schedule a location and a date.
I have a question. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Karen.
So let me make sure I understand this correctly. So we take the 6-hour course. At the end of the course, is there a test, and then we are able to get a teaching certificate? What do we get after that? Do we get a certificate?
Well, you're going to get a certificate for module 6, but after taking this course, you can apply to be an instructor with real estate commission.
Okay. Do you know what that application process looks like?
So that'll actually also be covered in this.
Okay.
And that'll be covered. That portion will be covered by Barbara Broadway with Warden Taylor.
Okay. And then once you fast forward, once you're approved as an instructor, is there anything that needs to be done yearly to maintain your certificate or your ability to continue to teach?
So that'll be gone over in this course. Instructors have to reapply to be an instructor with the Real Estate Commission every 2 years.
Okay. And do you guys have an idea what the cost of the class is going to be?
Which is
I
like
do
12
not.
people in the chat.
Yep. I don't have that information for you yet.
So to kind of recap, guys, the intent of today's informational session is to get you guys interested, and then Matt's intent is to follow up and see how many guys actually are interested in doing this. And based on the number of people that want to participate, that will help him determine the pricing.
Correct.
Okay. And by the way, I can tell you from my own personal experience, I mean, I've trained all the speakers in Alabama, Utah, Florida. I mean, the ones that go through the program, I mean, I get so many love letters and emails saying thank you, because I'm finally, you know, turning this into a business and improving in the classroom and everything else. It is a great program. It's just, you know, are you happy with what you're doing, or do you want to grow your business? It's kind of the best way to put it. And when I say grow, I'm not just talking financially. I'm also talking about giving your students a better experience.
Would you consider providing a Zoom option for the class?
Sure, we can consider that, yes.
You're already approved by the Delaware Real Estate Commission as an instructor. Would this course benefit? And I'm also teaching, I'm the career development director at Keller Williams, so I run all of our training classes. So is this something that would take me to another level? Or is this before where I'm at this stage of the game after being approved as instructor with the real estate commission, et cetera?
I can speak. I don't know what level you're at currently. So I don't want to in any way insult you. But I can say I've had speakers who are already on the national stage come through my program and said they learned so much and helped them grow. You know what I mean? So no matter what level you're doing, like, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I just found out yesterday I got selected to speak at NAR for the 5th time. You know, I speak at Triple Play every year. I speak at a lot of the major events in the industry, and there's not many speakers at my level that share their tips and their knowledge. I just love helping train speakers. So to me, it's kind of a passion that I do. But again, if your goal is to grow it financially, just improve as an instructor, whatever, you'll definitely gain plenty out of the course. That I
Thank
can
you.
Yep.
Greg, can I speak to that for a second?
Sure.
I've been speaking publicly for 42 years
Mhm.
and on a national format as well. And I really, really like what I see in your agenda for this class.
Thank you, sir.
I'm definitely interested and can't wait. Wish it was coming before September.
Yeah.
And you're right, there are not very many people that will share their tips and tricks. So thank you.
I wish when I got into the speaking business, somebody had shared it with me, to be honest. Like, you know, if you've been in the business for a while, you almost have to figure out everything by trial and error. I mean, nobody lays out for you how to get involved with NAR, how to get all these certifications, all these different things. Any other questions, thoughts, anything, guys?
All right, well, seeing no other questions, you'll receive an email from me after this, asking about your interest. And then from there, I'll go ahead and schedule this course and work on pricing for everybody, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks,
All right.
Greg.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Everyone have a great
Appreciate
day.
your time.
You too.